are in my not-so-comfortably a most inexhaustible source of magic.
Hey, what's up, Painesville City Schools? This is Mr. Delaney here from Heritage. I teach music and media arts and sixth grade choir and a few other things over at Heritage. Some of you already know me. Some of my current students and former students already know me. But I know we have a lot of elementary students that are coming up and just waiting to get to Heritage. This whole social isolation thing has got us all scrambling and thinking of different things to do to fill our time. And I thought that I might share with you some books that I really enjoy and maybe that you will enjoy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a video every couple days, maybe one or two a week, about some of the books that I love, and I'm going to read the first chapter, and maybe that'll get you interested in reading that book. So I'm going to start with that, and hopefully you'll see this, and maybe you'll find a book that just catches your interest. Even though I teach those other subjects, music and media arts and video and sound and choir, I love to read, and I want you to be able to love to read also. So the first book that I am going to do for you today, and I'm going to read the first chapter. This is one of my favorite books, and it's part of a series, and it is called Nevermoor, The Trials of Morrigan Crow. The author is Jessica Townsend, and it is fantastic if you like books like Harry Potter or Artemis Fowl or anything that has magic in it. This is a book that you definitely want to read, and it's cool because there's part of a series, and this is the first book, but there is potentially going to be 9 books. So this is a great series to start, and you could read those books as they come out. One of the things I loved about the Harry Potter books is that I had that excitement of waiting for the next one to come out and that anticipation. And some of you, all of you that are just reading the Harry Potter books right now, you don't get that. And part of the excitement of reading a series is being able to anticipate the next one. So I want to read the first chapter of Nevermoor, The Trials of Morrigan Crow for you today, and hopefully it sparks an interest. So here we go. Nevermoor, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. Prologue. Spring of 1. The journalist arrived before the coffin did. They gathered at the gate overnight, and by dawn they were a crowd. By 9 o'clock they were a swarm. It was near midday before Corvus Crow made the long walk from his front door to the tall iron rails keeping them at bay. Chancellor Crow, will this affect your plans to run for re-election? Chancellor, how soon will the burial take place? Has the President offered condolences? How relieved do you feel this morning, Chancellor? Please, Corvus interrupted, holding up a leather-gloved hand to silence them. Please, I wish to read a statement on behalf of my family. He pulled a piece of paper from the pocket of his smart black suit. We wish to thank you, the citizens of our great republic, for your support over the past 11 years, he read in a clear, authoritative voice, honed by years of demanding order in the chancery. This has been a trying time for our family, and the distress will no doubt linger for some time yet. He stopped to clear his throat, looking up for a moment at his hushed audience. A sea of camera lenses and curious eyes gleamed back at him. A ceaseless assault of flashes and clicks. The loss of a child is difficult to bear, he continued, returning to his notes. Not only for our family, but for the townspeople of Jackalfax, who we know share in our grief. At least 50 pairs of eyebrows shot upward, and a few embarrassed coughs broke the momentary silence. But this morning, as we welcome the 9th age of the Wintersea Republic, know that the worst is behind us. There was a sudden loud call from overhead. Shoulders hunched and faces flinched, but nobody looked up. The birds had been circling all morning. The 8th age took from me my beloved first wife, and now it has taken my only daughter. Another piercing call. One reporter dropped the microphone he was thrusting at the Chancellor's face and scrambled noisily to pick it up. He turned pink and mumbled an apology, which Corvus ignored. However, he continued, it has also taken with it the danger, doubt, and despair that plagued her short life. My dear Morrigan. He paused to grimace. Is finally at peace, and so must we all be. The town of Jackalfax, indeed the entire state of Great Wolfacre, is safe again. There is nothing to fear. A murmur of uncertainty rippled through the crowd, and the onslaught of camera flashes seemed to slow. The Chancellor looked up at them, blinking. His paper rustled in a slight wind, or perhaps it was his hand shaking. Thank you. I will not be taking questions. And that's the first chapter, well, the prologue of Nevermoor, the Trials of Morrigan Crow. I hope you guys give this a chance. All you PCLS kids out there, pick up a good book. All right, find something to read to pass the time. Make sure you get your work done, and we'll see you next time.